As winter time draws near, a lot of people begin to start thinking about their forage options for the winter time. As winter time draws near, a lot of people begin to start thinking about their forage options for the winter time. As a result, I wanted to go over a few different forage options that are common to us in Oklahoma. Two of the main forage options that you'll see is an option of either alfalfa or Bermuda. Bermuda being a grass hay, alfalfa being a legume that is common to Oklahoma that you can easily find. So what we did was we went and got a test on the two choices that we have right now. In a forage test, if you've never had one done, we'll actually go down through, almost like a feed tag or something like that, and go down through each of the individual things that you test for and tell you about protein, fat, starches and sugars, all the vitamins and minerals that it might have in it. Because each and every different cut will have a little bit different test to it. And so I wanted to talk about a real life example of some tests that we got on the hay that we actually carry at our feed stores. One thing that is common to hear is that people will feed alfalfa if they want to their horse to gain a little bit of weight. This test proves that example and why that is possible. Alfalfa came back at approximately, exactly 22.18% protein. That is a very high end of the protein scale. An average would usually be anywhere from 16 to 23% protein. So we're at the very high end of the scale on that in alfalfa. This is shipped in alfalfa from a different state, so that's the reason why. The other thing that is higher in the Bermuda is fat. The fat is actually higher on this certain test. That is not always the case. Sometimes Bermuda is a little bit higher in fat, sometimes alfalfa is higher in fat. It just depends on the actual cut. But one thing you hear, and is very common for us to hear at the feed store, is that alfalfa makes somebody's horse excited or a little bit higher end. And you can attribute a little bit of that to protein, or some people attribute it to protein. However, protein is not a very efficient energy source for horses, as it is actually just to repair muscle, which is protein's main function. So protein actually repairs muscles, and when it is not used, it is excreted out in the urine. The other thing that people attribute this to is that it's higher in starches and sugars. But if you look at this test, actually this test came back at 1.2% starch and sugar, and the Bermuda came at 2.5% starch. And so alfalfa having more starch and sugar and energy, as a general rule, is actually a myth. 1.2% in this one, 2.5%, so it's basically double the starch in the Bermuda as the alfalfa. So as a general rule, the Bermuda and the alfalfa will be about similar in starch. However, in this actual case, it's lower in the alfalfa. So just a little bit of a general rundown for forages. Alfalfa is known to be one of the best forages for horses. It helps with ulcers and helps to buffer the lining of the stomach. A lot of ulcer preventative supplements will have the main ingredient will be alfalfa, as it helps to raise the pH in the stomach. So just wanted to run down a test of alfalfa and Bermuda. We have all different kinds at our store, and even different grasses and things like that, and grass and alfalfa mixes. Visit us at the store and we can run down these options for you. Thank you for watching. Look at this product.